Hey, everybody. The NFL today at the virtual owners meeting set up a new set of guidelines, which together are an upgrade from the previous Rooney Rule, which everybody who cares about minority, particularly black coach hiring.
Upgrade from
Okay,
the previous Rooney Rule, which
that's the thing. Okay, let's get that out of the way. That's really what this is about. There's this attempt to water down things and uh, be a little bit more circumspect. But the bottom line is that 70% of the league's players are black, and so it's absolutely ridiculous to have a system where you have a small percentage of African Americans as head coaches, as opposed to, say, a 50% or 70% black head coaches and white. We have to strive for true diversity. You can't have something that looks like it came off the plantation. That's absolutely ridiculous. So the whole purpose of this was to quite literally move forward this much needed, long time ago needed leveling of the hiring playing field. And so that's what the NFL has done. And let's take a look at the way in which they propose to do it. And it is this doodaddy deedle doddle document, as I call it, which I'm going to read to you. And the basics are as follows. The NFL clubs today, I'm reading the press release that you can see here, adopted new procedures on diversity, equity, and inclusion, and approving a resolution and other rules changes. League officials will implement wide sweeping workplace reforms to increase employment opportunities, and advancement for minorities and women across the league. And I have to say, it's about time, because in various aspects of life, for example, I just had Victoria Vertuga on, who is the co-creator of a TV show called Disgraced. And if you watch her show, if you watch her life, watch Life of Her Friends, it's one thing: diverse, racially diverse, sexually diverse. Society has moved, not is moving, okay, but has moved in that direction. And the change is so dramatic that it's quite obvious to see who is playing catch up. And unfortunately, in a lot of ways, the National Football League is playing catch up. So this is a way of making sure the NFL does more than play catch up and really gets to a point where it's actually ahead of the game. And so that's really the idea here, folks. And I'm not saying this is going to put it ahead of the game, but I believe that it is a great start on a road to an even better future for the NFL and for the world. And so I can't say enough for the fact that this was done. And I think it's a fantastic step, all right, in the right direction toward, as they say, making certain that the NFL really does represent the United States of America. That really is what this is about. Even if you don't think it is, folks, just take a look at the way the country has changed. Let me complete reading this. Art Mooney II said, "We believe these new policies demonstrate the NFL owners' commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion." And he said the development of young coaches and young executives is a key to our future. These steps will assure coaching and football personnel are afforded a fair and equitable opportunity to advance throughout our football operations. We've also taken steps to ensure that our front offices, which represent our clubs in so many different ways, come to reflect the true diversity of our fans and our country. It goes on to say that the resolution changes the current anti-tampering policy by establishing a system that prohibits a club from denying one, an assistant coach the opportunity to interview with a new team for a bona fide offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, or special teams coordinator position. 2, non-high level, non-secondary football executive from interviewing for a bona fide assistant general manager position. In other words, you can't say someone who is at a lower level. You can't take that lower level person and then slide them up there. They say they're black and they're lower level, but just to make yourself look good, just to make it look like you're following the Rooney Rule, sneak them in and have them interview for these positions, okay? And then not hire them. You have to be serious about it. So again, this system prohibits the club from denying a non-high level, non-secondary football executive from interviewing for a bona fide assistant general manager position. In either case, a contract could not be negotiated or signed until after the conclusion of the employer's club's playing season, and requires all clubs submit in writing an organizational reporting structure for the coaching staff with job descriptions for any coach who is a coordinator or core coordinator within that structure. The resolution also requires that any dispute regarding whether the new team is offering a, quote, bona fide position, unquote, will be submitted promptly to the commissioner, whose determination shall be final, binding, and not subject to further review. The resolution was advanced by the Workplace Diversity Committee, chaired by Rooney and the Competition Committee, chaired by Rich McKay of the Atlanta Falcons, president. The league also announced expansion of Rooney Rule requirements and implementation of enhanced diversity policies. And it goes on. The enhancements to the Rooney Rule include changes in both on and off-field procedures. Clubs will not be required to interview at least two external minority candidates for head coaching vacancies, at least one minority candidate for any of the 3 coordinator vacancies, and at least one external minority candidate for the senior football operations or general manager position. For the first time, the Rooney Rule also applied to a wide range of executive positions. Clubs must now include minorities and or female applicants in the interview process for senior level front office positions such as club president and senior executives in communications, finance, human resources, legal, football operations, sales, marketing, sponsorship, information technology, and security positions. The league office will also adhere to these requirements. The NFL is committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion, which I believe is critical to our continued success, said NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. While we have seen positive strides in our coaching ranks over the years, aided by the Rooney Rule, we recognize after the last 2 seasons that we can and must do more. The policy changes made today are bold and demonstrate the commitment of our ownership to increase diversity in leadership positions throughout the league. Comprehensive diversity, equity, and inclusion plans will be implemented at all 32 clubs in the league office to include education, training, and universal data collection. Additionally, an advisory panel with input from the Fritz Pollard Alliance will be convened to promote ideas to foster an inclusive culture of opportunity both on and off the field. And other steps. For the first time, all NFL clubs, all 32, will host a coaching fellowship program geared toward minority candidates. These fellowships are full-time positions. This is something that the late San Francisco 49ers head coach Bill Walsh has wanted for quite some time, okay? These fellowships are full-time positions, ranging from 1 to 2 years and provide NFL legends, minority and female participants with hands-on training in NFL coaching. While positions at each organization vary, these programs help identify and develop talent with the goal of advancing candidates to full-time coaching positions through promotion from within. Additionally, the NFL has two long-standing fellowship programs focused on increasing the pipeline for minority coaching and player personnel candidates, the Bill Walsh Diversity Coaching Fellowship and the Nunn Wooten Scouting Fellowship. The NFL's Workplace Diversity Committee is comprised of owners and executive personnel to include Chair Art Rooney, Pittsburgh Steelers, Michael Bidwell, the Arizona Cardinals, Arthur Blank of the Atlanta Falcons, Ozzie Newsome of the Baltimore Ravens, Kim Pagula of the Buffalo Bills, George H. McCaskey of the Chicago Bears, E. Javier Loya of the Houston Texans, and John Mara of the New York Giants. The NFL's competition committee consists of two owners, two club presidents, two general managers, and three head coaches, and they are as follows. The chair is Rich McKay of the Atlanta Falcons, Ozzie Newsome of the Baltimore Ravens, Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys, John Elway of the Denver Broncos, Mark Murphy of the Green Bay Packers, Sean Payton of the New Orleans Saints, John Mara of the New York Giants, Mike Tomlin of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Ron Rivera of the Washington Redskins. The policy changes were developed in consultation with the Fritz Pollard Alliance, which advocates for diversity and job equality in the league. And it is called officially Resolution 2020 JC1. Again, 2020 Resolution JC1 is the name of the resolution, and I will include that in the final blog post, which will appear on Oakland News Now and also vlog as a vlog here on youtube.com channel Zenny62. Now, let's go back to talking about this. And again, I think this is something that was needed a long, long time ago. And as I said at the outset, if you look at a number of aspects of society, and I point to commercials, okay? Diversity today is standard. For example, I for a long time never thought I would see commercials. I'll be 58 this year. All right, say what you wish. I don't care if you call me boomer, but the whole point is I never thought that I would see truly diverse commercials which show interracial families. And today, such commercials featuring someone who is black male, white female, or white female, black male is common. It is not anywhere near unusual to see that at all. And it's taken as a given that you have to have a society that is structured in this way. You don't go into a situation believing, for example, as I show this to you, that that society is not diverse. It is incredibly diverse today. It isn't diverse by just not by race and sex, but also by thought, which, if you think about it, makes it doesn't matter what kind of room it is, newsroom, sales room, more valuable, because you get answers to questions that you just may not have thought existed. There's always, because of someone's background, a different take, a different approach, a different point of view. And I might add, they all are in their way very, very profitable. So this is the NFL in line with society as a whole. We're starting to fall back. Also, we're at a place today where the racial group with the greatest disparity between education rate and unemployment are African Americans. That's right. African Americans, as a percentage today, are more likely to have college degrees and yet be unemployed than any other group, racial or ethnic, in the United States. That has to change. That is a sure sign of a society that practices racism and selection as we speak. So all that needs to go away. And again, it should have gone away a long, long time ago. I had extended an invitation, although I know she's busy, but I took a shot. Why not? I figured I would invite Tracy Blunt. Tracy Ote Blunt is SVP for the NFL, Senior Vice President for Communications for the National Football League. But I took a shot. Thought maybe she might want to make a statement for the league, or at least watch this. In fact, among the people that are viewing now, she may just be one of them. Hey, Tracy. Congratulations. Now, to those of you who are wondering what happened with the provision to reward organizations that made a black coach hire by a higher draft pick, I understand that was tabled, but that aside, this is an excellent alteration of the Rooney Rule. All right. I'll be back with more later. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com. Thank you.